Is he actually guilty? That plus Elon Musk getting called out by Aubrey Day. Ooh, it's getting ugly out there.
So you want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through.
What are your thoughts after hearing the indictment yesterday?
Good morning, Brian and Natalie. I got to tell you, my thoughts reading the 14-page indictment yesterday were that there are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was going on.
Girl, you won't believe what just went down. Diddy and Jazzy thought they were having a private moment, but the whole world was watching. We're talking embarrassing revelations, secret conversations, and maybe even some tea about other celebs. You know how it is when you think you're alone, but then realize everyone's been listening. That's exactly what happened to these two. The streets are saying this could be the biggest celebrity slip-up of the year. You don't want to miss this tea, trust me.
You put up a post. There's a picture of Jay-Z standing next to Sean P. Diddy Combs. And then the caption on the actual picture says, "Now we know who does the last man standing." The quote went on, your caption went on to say, 4 years ago, I posted this picture and said, "One of these dudes will be the last man standing. To be the last one standing, one must outsnake the other. I guess we know who's the last man standing now." I knew this picture had a deeper meaning when I saw it. Look at this picture now. Is Jay standing by his man? No. Stay tuned because this picture has even deeper meaning. Pay close attention. Diddy and Jay are grimy. Diddy, I have no pity for anymore. I heard too much now. I believe a lot of it. So do you believe that Jay-Z snaked Diddy?
Is he supporting him right now? You see him walk in the courtroom with his sons? You see him get out here and defend his character? You see him say anything? But you see how close they were back then, right? For years.
Yeah, he was doing the Rock Nation brunch. And
it's a gang of video. That was his boyfriend, allegedly. Bromance, rather.
Got you.
They had a bromance, right?
Right.
So where's your support for your brother?
I mean, but if we were Jay, would we want to be associated publicly with that? Would we try to keep ourselves distant? Because a lot of celebrities are doing that right now.
You know, man, I don't care about what the accusations are because they're just allegations, right?
If they're not true.
They're just allegations,
right?
Right? And how many times growing up in the hood, we went to court for our man that may have killed somebody or may have got arrested.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, the crime, Diddy's crimes doesn't warrant for nobody to support him, right? If anything, he would need help, right? If he got an addiction problem, whether it's drugs, whether it's sex, whatever, but for all these people to been around him all these years, even after the Cassie video, because remember the Cassie video is 8 years old. Right? Cassie stayed with Diddy 2 years after that video. Everybody continued to party with Diddy up until last year when I was at Revolt World. Diddy was the man with the #1 album in the country.
Right, he just got an award from BET.
Yeah, he got a Lifetime Achievement. Y'all all support him. Jay was at the Grammys with him when he made that speech, right?
Right.
Now he get in trouble. Where the hell is everybody at?
I'm just saying though, if I'm going to protect my brand, I'm thinking about the business of it.
We cannot erase the images of Jay being with Diddy, like right there at the top of the mountain. They was together.
If Jay set him up allegedly, what would be the benefit for Jay in your mind?
I don't believe Jay set him up. I'm not saying that, right? Set him up how? You know what I mean? I believe that he's not supporting him, right?
So you more so talking about the current kind of snake-ish.
Yeah, now don't get me wrong. Jay is not on the up and up. Desiree Perez being down with him, it shows he's not on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe Jay-Z is a 137 source, in my opinion.
What is that for people that don't know what that is?
A person that works for the federal government that they will never disclose is working for the federal government, not even to another federal agent that's on another case, or even a judge.
So it's like a top-notch informant.
Yeah. Where they don't have to testify in court against you.
Got you, like he's got immunity maybe.
Oh, damn sure you do.
Girl, let me paint the scene for you. Diddy and Jazzy thinking they're all alone, just kicking it like it's a regular Tuesday night. They're in Diddy's studio, you know, that place where all the magic happens. Jay-Z is lounging on this leather couch, looking all casual in her sweats, while Diddy's over by the soundboard, fiddling with some buttons, like he's about to drop the hottest track of 2023. They're having what they think is a private convo, all casual and unfiltered. You know how it is when you're chilling with your bestie, spilling all the tea without a care in the world. That's exactly what's going down here. They're laughing, they're gossiping, they're saying all those things you never want your mama to hear. But hold up. That little red light? It ain't just for show, honey. While these two are running their mouths thinking they're safe in their little bubble, that camera's been rolling. And not just recording for later, no, we're talking full-on live stream, beaming straight into people's phones and laptops across the globe. You want to know the crazy part? These two were live for a whole 17 minutes before they even had a clue. That's right, 17 whole minutes of unfiltered, uncensored Diddy and Jazzy.
You know, obviously they are friends, they're business associates and affiliates, and of course they're not going to say anything because I'm not saying they were part of it, but they were around it. So it doesn't matter how they want to say it. If they come out and apologize, there's going to be more questions. If they don't say nothing, there's going to be questions. I have heard some things about the camp from Jay-Z, not from Jay-Z itself, and seen some things as well, I would say, but I want to be very careful here. That show similar puffy behavior, okay?
You said from the camp of, not directly him, but people in his team. Got it, just to clarify.
People, exactly, and very famous people. So again, it's just things that you wouldn't think that they will ever be capable of doing, but then they are doing it. So, but I'm not saying he did or did not. Jay-Z itself cannot say that.
But have you spoken to people since this has now broke even bigger and more? Are people feeling more confident? Have you heard from specific people that you believe have gone through the ringer on this?
Yeah, I mean, I have spoken to some people, and a lot of them are very broken, especially people that been in this industry for a very long time, that just have been silenced and been afraid of, what if I'm out of this circle? What am I going to do with my life, right? But they have actually recognized the abuse and seen, okay, that's not normal. Because a lot of people, they just felt like, well, it's just a part of this business and it's normal and it shouldn't be normalized. So I think it's good that all these things are coming out and people can actually heal and free themselves. If they come out and do a lawsuit or not, that's up to them. But sometimes it's just a healing for themselves, you know?
Tasha doesn't waste any time. She starts blowing up her group chat, telling all her girls to get online ASAP. Then she hits up Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, girls spreading the word faster than a wildfire in July. Before you know it, viewers are pouring in by the thousands, all of them holding their breath, waiting to see what these two are going to say next. Now, I know you're dying to know what kind of stuff they were saying. Well, let me tell you, it started off pretty tame. They were talking about some new artists in the game, you know? The usual industry chatter. Diddy was going on about how this one rapper, I won't name names, but let's just say he's been making waves lately, needs to step up his game if he wants to stay relevant. Then Jazzy chimes in, talking about how she ran into this pop princess at a party last week.
A lot of people are saying, are asking, is Jay-Z next? Again, Sister Jaguar Wright been talking about this. Jaguar Wright says Diddy better start snitching. Jay-Z is next. Calls out celebs who supported Diddy. We are back on the Real Life Productions channel, which I'll leave in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe, man. Hey. I think it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to take Jay-Z down. Just because I think he's really in deep with the people above him. So I think like they really going to try to protect them as much as they can. But boy, this brother is connected to a lot. A lot. So we ain't going to waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
So what are your thoughts on all the his celebrity friends that denounced those allegations and were like, this is false, and you know, they were saying, yeah, should they speak up now? Should they speak up now?
I think it's getting a little too late for those who are complicit. For the victims who have been too afraid to come forward because the diddler has been running around with impunity.
The diddler.
It's time for all of the victims to come forward. But for the people that have been denying it, you know what? Let's not be coy. You know, I am Jaguar. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together in an interview.
Yeah, I know. Two Diddy doo-wop bops. What a reunion. Only thing they got
Now,
will Diddy start snitching?
She threw it up. Yeah,
he better. He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is...
So, I know what she's saying, like, Diddy, again, this is all on if he make it to trial, but probably in order for him to get less time, he's going to have to take down a lot of people with him. That's the main reason why I said I don't know if it's going to make it to trial. You know, because if Diddy talks, ooh-wee. Oh, unless he's like just done, unless he's like, you know, I can't do no 20 years in jail. You know, like if they say, you know, we're going to give you 30 years. If you talk, we give you 20. I don't know. I can't do no 20 years. I ain't going to say nothing.
You know how they say the truth comes out when people think no one's listening? Well, Diddy and Jazzy just proved that saying right. The stuff they said next. It's the kind of tea that could change the whole game. You think you know what's going on in the music world? Think again. Ever notice how celebs are like those fancy chocolates with the layers sweet and shiny on the outside, but bite in and you might get a whole different flavor? That's exactly what we're seeing with Diddy and Jazzy right now. They're sitting there thinking they're all alone and chillin'. The masks are coming off faster than a beauty queen after a pageant. So there they are, just chatting away, and Diddy starts going off about this up-and-coming rapper. He's like, man, that kid's got talent, but his attitude, it's going to be his downfall.
I would say this, it's kind of funny to me, man, is that Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s. And one day, Asner, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was, rambunctious, just out with it, it don't mean that they not two of the same. One just a little quieter with his shit.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They was just talking. They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls. They little skinny white girls.
And I mean, did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah. He was. They worked it out.
Was there a reason behind it?
I couldn't tell you the reason behind it. It was probably because Big had died. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know why he wanted Ja Rule to go at Jay. I guess if he kept them beefing or kept them into some bullshit, he could rise up in between both of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It definitely was some snake shit.
For Law and Order SVU. A lot of money was made off of that. Natanya Rubin has not begun to see reparations for what happened to her life. How did NBC get to profit off of it?
That is crazy.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a cold world.
If it was good enough to be a television episode, it should be good enough to be reopened for charges. Because clearly there were other people that knew the truth of that story.
The fact that Keefe D is in jail for Pac's murder, do you feel like they may go even deeper to the 90s in regards to just asking?
They have to, because that's the beginning of everything that's leading up to the tragedies that are about to happen now. We have to go back to the beginning. Everybody knows at this point in time, Keefe D ain't do it. He's already made it very clear he had a profit deal, which means he's been working with the government all this time. When are people going to start asking how long Diddy and Jay-Z have been cooperating with the government as well? Everybody was cooperating with the feds but them? Doesn't make any sense. What I do know, though, is that everyone is starting to notice things that they didn't notice 15, 20 years ago. Suge isn't looking like the monster that everyone painted him out to be.
That's what they were saying.
Diddy sure ain't no choir boy. The more we start to uncover things, we're starting to realize that whatever we've been led to believe, it's actually the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like I told you, you guys got to talk to that girl, Love Jones, and talk about her times last summer on a Sprinter van, and where she was put in the van, given a drink of De Leon. She said it didn't feel like an alcohol high. It felt different. She felt tingled all over almost instantly. Y'all need to talk to her. Because she was partying with, I believe, Justin and Christian Combs.
The Sons.
This was last summer.
The Sons. You know, a lot of people were like, man, it's messed up. I wonder how his kids feel. And I was like, hold on now. You know, because the young one made that diss track. You know, I told y'all about the dry snitching he did. And a lot of people are saying that, you know, they were helping recruit some of them girls. So, what's that song? It's a family affair. It's crazy. Crazy, man. So I know they seen a lot. I know they were at these parties too.
Andy Signor, it's been an amazing live stream with my man Lewis. Full over 2-hour live stream. You can always watch our full shows as members on either Patreon or YouTube here to watch the full version of the stream. But we always trim these live streams to the main story, and our main story today are these celebrities getting called out. And I want to start with this clip from Jaguar Wright from Pierce Morgan. Man, she dropped the gauntlet down and she just confidently called these people out. Now, a lawyer later on came on and said, get yourself a lawyer, girl, because you could get yourself in some trouble. But these are Jaguar Wright's thoughts, not ours, not Popcorn Planet's, not Pierce Morgan's. But I want you to hear some of what she said.
So you want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been, damn. Now, she goes in a little deeper. Here it is, 1150, where she specifically calls them out again.
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
It's true. Judy Garland's, a lot of stories coming out about how awful she had to deal with things back in the day.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
Jay-Z and Beyonce is who she just named.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping
Porter?
people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. Pierce.
Dude, that's either super stupid of her or super gutsy, Lewis. It's hard to sort of tell what's going on there, but those are some fierce words coming in from Jaguar Wright. What are your reactions there?
Scary. Scary. I hope none of this is true, but we'll wait and see. I think she brought up an excellent point, because we tend to always vilify social media. And I didn't mention this during the show while we were live, but social media could do some good. It could elevate people's voice and give a voice to people that wouldn't have a voice in the past and stuff. So, and then, I don't know if you're going to run it, but after this, a lawyer suggested she does get a lawyer up and stuff. And I don't know this lady. I haven't followed her. I don't know. Her body language seems to indicate that she's sure of what she says. But then there's a few instances where it looks kind of like an act. So I'm on the fence there as far as maybe there's some truth and maybe there's some not truth.